Hello there, my name is Ishtari, and I've had a lot of fun with League so far, so I'm gonna continue doing them. I came into this thing with no plan at all, aside from magic being my primary combat skill by the end of this. I still don't really have a plan for the endgame necessarily, like I'm not entirely sure where this is going, but I do have a semblance of one for this video. I'd like to take care of a couple bosses, Krill and the Dagonoth Kings, surprisingly, even though I dislike them so much. And I also want to take care of some quests and some achievement diaries. So let's go ahead and get that all started. I'm gonna start by killing some moss giants to get my levels up. It has honestly been so long since I fought moss giants. I don't think I've fought them since I was a free player, actually. And I'm sure there are better monsters to grind than moss giants, but this is where I feel comfortable being at, basically. And I'm getting a lot of seeds that I'm going to need from it, and other stuff like runes, and everything else as well, so that's always nice. There's also alkables that I can now alk, just a small amount. I keep accidentally hitting these red spiders, which is not fun because it keeps forcing me to run out and eat all my food, basically. And bank and then come back, which is just a little bit problematic, just a tiny little bit. I'm probably going to have to head back to Karamja to do more fishing so that I can actually have food, because I don't have very much food now. And doing all this is kind of making me go through it, which, you know, makes sense, especially when I eat it like that. But the most fun part of League so far for me has been that I get to revisit these places that I haven't been in a very long time, and do things that I haven't really done in a long time either. I know I've got the free start, that guide that I started, but I haven't really worked on that in a while, and my primary focus that I wanted to actually get done is my main logs and the role-playing animation videos, so apologies if you were actually looking forward to the rest of that. I've done about 3 camping sessions at the Moss Giants so far, and I'm level 60 now, which means that it's time to finally get that staff that I was wanting to get my hands on in the last video from the Mage arena. And it might also be time to find a new spot to actually camp at. I'm not entirely sure quite yet. I still need to get level 66 Mage, because that is when you can enter the Magic Guild. And I might be able to just go ahead and get those magic levels off of like high alking stuff and I guess making, you know, gotta make the stuff to alk first, but then alking it. That came out really weird, and I'm well aware, but it's gonna stay in the video. Just stick with me. Should I actually grind the MTA out? Wow, he is very tall. Is he part Majorat or something? I have no runes. I have no runes. I can't actually fight him. Let's try that again. Got my runes. There we go, I died. Hee hee! So I guess I need food as well. So it starts you off where you died. That's pretty cool. And I guess I'll get the Gothic staff. The Guthix Cape. And how do I get the staff? I guess I just talked to this guy. There we go. Much better than what I had. For sure. Almost 3 times better. Getting my hands on some more mithril ore so that I can make some mithril gear. Use superheat item and alkadol when I'm done with it. Do that for a little bit. Move up to adamant whenever I hit level 40 smithing, and that should be able to get me to 66, hopefully. See how long that takes, though. So, I just made 25 mithril chest plates, and I got a bunch of smithing levels off of that. Almost 20, I think, maybe a little bit more. But I did not get not a single level in Magic. Which means I guess I'm just going back to Moss Giants for a little bit. Get those last 6 levels, or 5 and some. Because I'm almost there on a level, but not close enough. So ironically enough, the Zanku drop Mystic Cloth, which I already knew about, but I didn't want to come to fight the Yonkus because it's really far from a bank and they're kind of annoying to fight. Not really, but just a little bit, just because of that walk to the bank. Or walk from the bank, rather. However, getting this Mythic Cloth kind of reminds me that I still need to train crafting. Like, I need to get my hands on jewelry, and I also need to make armor later on, I believe. So it might be a good idea to just get my Mythic Cloth from here and make my Mythic armor myself, or my Mythic robes. Even though I'm only 2 levels away from 66. It does save me a little bit of money, assuming I can actually get my hands on more of them. So that didn't actually happen. I was not able to get enough Mystic Cloth. I didn't even get a single drop after that first one, which is a bit unfortunate. But working on crafting does sound like a good idea for all the reasons that I said, regardless. So I guess what I should do is mine up some gems and also mine up some gold, probably. And then just make a bunch of jewelry. That seems to be basically the most direct route on leveling crafting. At least to me. There's probably something better, but if I've said it once, I've probably said it a million times. I am not an efficiency expert, and I don't claim to be. I bought 2 robe bottoms. That's not good. Let's go ahead and put these on now. See if there's an achievement or a task. I don't think there was. There might be, though. Oh, yep, there was. There we go. The next thing that I'll be getting the next set of armor will be subjugation, I believe. You know what? Let's go ahead and get a rune pickaxe as well. Oh, I could have come to this guy to get my hands on Mystic. Huh. That's interesting. Oops. So I did a little bit of mining, just one load, basically, at the Alcarid gem rocks. And then I remembered that I haven't actually made my way over to Prifdynus yet. And the reason I realized that is because I remembered the gem rock that's in Priphthinus, which gives me access to all of the higher tier stuff. So what I'm doing now is I'm getting myself into an adamantite box so that I can then get myself into a runite box, work on my leveling my smithing and mining a little bit so that I can head on over to Priphthinus and just mine that rock, because you need 75 mining to actually mine that gem rock. And that'll help at least a little bit, you know, for now. So that's what I'm gonna do. Try and get myself to level 75 mining and head off to Priphthinus, because that's just gonna be much better than getting a bunch of low tier gems, especially when I'm going to need the dragon stone later on anyways. Also, I got like 5 levels in crafting off of just that one inventory, so not bad, me. So I've got up to level 76 mining and smithing, actually. I wasn't expecting for my smithing to catch up to my mining, but it did. And I guess that's because I was doing burial armor. That gives quite a lot of experience. But now I'm trying to finish off these 2 tasks for orichalcite and I believe Dracolith. I think that's what it's called. Gotta mine 50 ores. Already got my hands on the orichalcum pickaxe and hatchet. I remembered that I could make a hatchet, an orichalcum hatchet, instead of going off to the DKs. So that'll be put off for now. I'm still gonna have to go there because, as I recall, you need the dragon hatchet to make a crystal hatchet, and then you gotta use that for the Mkondo. It would be nice to at least get my hands on an Mkondo hatchet. We'll see about the other ones, I'm not so sure on that, but that will make woodcutting just a little bit easier now. And I guess after I head to the west, I can head on down to the south to Ashdale to get that lodestone. And then I'll have to start heading out east, starting with new foundations so that I can unlock the Fort Ferenn 3 lodestone. And then head off into Mauritania for that one. And then north, so that I can get the lunar one. And the only one that I'm missing in the desert is the one that requires ancient magics to unlock. So that'll be a little bit probably. There is this lodestone unlocked. I can't actually get the Tirnoon lodestone unlocked because I can't make it through the forest. My agility just isn't high enough. So I'll deal with that later on. Gonna take a couple of, or knock out a couple different tasks that I can do here. Like there is a soft clay one. Soft clay is kind of useless to me, seeing as I have infinite urns and all. But I can still go ahead and do that. I can do this one right here at a log. And then climb to the top of the tower. And go ahead and get this clay. Oh, it's actually 200 soft clay. That's fine, I suppose. And there is that one. And there's all the free-to-play ones as well. I wasn't expecting that to pop right there. I guess I should have, though. Having to gather my own resources to build the fort kinda sucks, but at least there's a bank deposit box right over there, and I'll be able to use the wood box for the logs, so That makes it just a little bit easier, I would say. I could not imagine having to walk all the way to a bank from out here. Well, that's not entirely true, but it's been a very long time since I've had to walk long distances for a bank. Started building my fort some, but I need more resources already, or I'm going to, so I may as well just start gathering them up. Boy, that's annoying. There we go. That took quite a long time, which I should have known because, well, I've done the quest before, but it's been a while now, so I had forgotten. So, how do I get this? Do I gotta actually build it? Let's take a look here. So I need to get some more bricks. Just buy them from him this time. And there's that taken care of. So, you don't actually need to do Priest in Peril to get to Mauritania, but I am going to do it anyways, because it is needed for the later quest. So I might as well.
Easy squeezy lemon peasy.
Just 3 more. Was gonna go do the Fremenic trials, but you need a shark for the quest, and I don't even have the levels for a shark, so time to get those levels and then get my hand on a shark. Probably the only time that I've ever intentionally fished green blubbers. Got my shark? Let's do this quest. I have not done this one since I became a member, essentially, I think. One of the first things I remember doing was rushing off into Fremenic territory and starting those quests. Because the armor was like top tier back then. Or at least the helm was. The helm of Neatsnot. Nay, it's not, rather. This may or may not take a few different tries, so let's find out. On the last task, gotta kill Koche, or well, he can't actually die, so let's beat him up a few times. Normally I read all this crap, but I'm not really interested. This was a very long quest and I'm tired of it, and I'd like to move on now. There he is. My defense is gonna save the day, probably.
It seems you have some idea of combat after all, Outlander. I will not hold back so much this time.
Was that always in the game? I don't remember that. It's a good thing that I don't have to beat him on this time, because I don't think I'm going to be able to. Man, he hits so fast on this last one. And my internet went out. Nice. Well, let's see if I manage to beat it. Doesn't look like it. So that means I've got to fight him all over again. Oh, no, I did. Okay, cool. But it looks like I don't get the Fremenic blade. Thanks. And the name on this playthrough is Thorlim instead of Jictor. Also, I had to take care of Lost City. And there's that. Easy enough. So I also need to get some crafting levels, and the plan was to go off to Priphthinus and mine the gem rock. But much like this neckrite I'm mining, my pickaxe is not high enough tier, so it's reduced rates, which is a little bit annoying, but that's why I'm here mining neckrite, and then I'll go grab some phasmatite. You're scary looking, right now at least. And then make an ore box, or make the next level ore box, make the next level pickaxe and hatchet. And then I'll just complete those tasks, because both neckrite and phasmatite have tasks associated with them, and I believe they're 80-point tasks. They might just be 30 points, I don't know. And then I will go mine those gem rocks. Necronium pickaxe obtained, as well as the hatchet and the box. So I'm gonna finish off this task, go do the Phasmatite ones, because there are two, actually. I didn't realize there were two. I only thought there was one. And then I'll upgrade this pickaxe the rest of the way, burn through some more to try and get as much XP as I can, so that hopefully I can make it to level 80. And then back to the main point, which was to go to Prythinus and get gems for a little bit. So I got the smithing mostly taken care of. I basically just upgraded my pickaxe, which I probably will not be doing anymore because it doesn't actually seem to be that worth it. However, I am incredibly close to being able to get to the next tier, which is awesome. I haven't really been pushing that hard on it, but I've been getting points like all over the game. So there are 2 achievements that I can get here, or 2 tasks that I can knock out here. One is to mine 10 Bainite ore in this location, and the other is to mine 70 Bainite ore overall. So I'm gonna knock out the 10 first, and then I'll go upgrade my pickaxe yet again, because I have the production master, which will allow me to take care of that. And then I'll come back and knock out the other one. The 10 in Relica is 80 points, and the 70 Bainite ore is actually 200 points. So that'll bring me right up to where I need to be. There we go, and that is my first hard one, or elite one, whatever. And I can upgrade. So it's time to get the most important relic for being a mage. Crit happens. I also get ancient curses unlocked, and I can swap spellbooks and prayers at the sage, wherever that is. Oh, Lumbridge. And those are the most important ones for me, at least, for now. So let's go ahead and upgrade and mine some gems. There we go. Another rather long quest taken care of. However, this does give me lunar equipment, which is pretty nice, I would say. Especially the ring and the amulet, saying is now I don't have to go out of my way to make the ones from gems. I was gonna try and unlock this, but I already have it unlocked. I guess the quest does it for you automatically. Oh well. Back to the mainland. Doing that so that I can get this. Go ahead and get my hands on this. And I said it last episode, but this is definitely something I'm going to have to do in the main game, because the herb bag especially just sounds super nice. And then of course I need the totem pieces to actually finish off totems. If I had known that it was this simple, I would have taken care of this a long time ago. Just picked up my first pet of the entire season. So that's pretty neat. I don't even think I have that one in the main game. So that's pretty interesting. I think I have every single strange rock. I think. I do not. I have an herblore rock and a farming rock to get, it looks like. Unfortunate. That's okay though. At least I'm almost there. I should probably grab this now that I can. And that leaves me with one more lodestone, which I need ancient magics for. So I either do the quest for it or get tier 6. I can't exactly fight Crow yet, but time to unlock the God Wars dungeon. Starting with Death Plateau. I swear I remember this quest being much harder back in the day. Another one that I remember being much longer in the past.
Welcome back, friend.
Maybe because back then you had to actually walk around and everything instead of just teleporting straight back to Berthorpe. I don't know. But that is quest complete, which unlocks the God Wars dungeon, which I can actually access now. I just can't actually fight the boss that I need to fight quite yet, or any of them for that matter. So I suppose I should work on obtaining those skills. I put those lamps that I got from this quest into dungeoneering and I got 19 levels off of it, so that's very helpful for me because I don't like dungeoneering. So I guess all my lamps are going into dungeoneering through this, or throughout this. I guess I didn't really finish that word. I do not remember the last time that I fought Grotworms. I suppose that I should maybe do Dragon Slayers so that I can stop skipping Dragon Task. Because those are too good to be passing up and I really should be going to them. So let's get this going. It's been a long time since I've done this quest as well. All of these quests, it's been a long time, but this one especially. I actually have been questioning to myself what this door even was every time I've been down here. I knew it was for something. I remembered going behind it, but I didn't know what it was for, and, well, now I know. Dragon Slayer. Inviting Ned to captain my crew is also coming back to me. Crandor looks much better than I remember it looking. It was just an ugly black island as I recall in the past. I have spent a lot of time down here, at least over in the Karamjaw part of the dungeon here. And that was because these demons were actually really good XP. Back then, I don't know that they still are, but they were good XP for like any combat style. So, let's go ahead and get this done. Got an attack potion that I can use from the Grotworms, so hopefully that helps out a little bit. I even beat it before my prayer runs out. I did. That's actually interesting. I didn't think I would. Either that or I beat it just as I was running out of prayer. So there is Elvarg, slain. And quest complete. That was fun. Like I said it before, but the most favorite part of this quest, or the leagues for me, is that I can just I can visit all the places that I haven't visited in a very long time, which is very nice. Oh, does it give you a rune plate body? I'll have to look through that, because now I have two. Oh well, that's okay. 3 levels in defense, and 11 in strength. That kind of messes with my evening those two out, but that's okay, I suppose. So I have the levels needed to fight Crow, I guess. At least get to Crow. And the levels to wear the subjugation if I get it. However, I'm gonna work on getting everything to 60. I should probably get my hands on some potions before going to Crow, at least, like some supers. And getting 60 will get me a fair amount of points, so let's get this done. Gotta start with thieving, because I need some seeds first of all, for farming. Also, I did not realize it, but gloves of silence degrade. That's a little bit annoying, just a little bit. It's a good thing I had a couple extra pairs hanging around. But I'm going to need to end up getting more. Guess I'll get the fur for the gloves of silence now. And head off back to Varrock so that I can actually make them. This is kind of annoying. I never really used gloves of silence when I was leveling up before. At least I don't think I did. I've got 58 gloves of silence now, so let's see how long that lasts me. And there's pet 2. I just picked up Ralph. That's freaking awesome. Another pet down, even though it don't really matter that much. Thieving is out of the way. I'm not sure that I have the seeds that I'm going to need to totally get through all of this. However, that farming relic is nice, which means I don't have to wait around. And it should get me fairly far, I hope. There is level 60 farming. I worry about summoning again. That'll be the hard one, but all I have left now are Herblore, Necromancy, Divination, Dungeoneering, which I somehow managed to get 27 levels in since, and Archaeology. I think that's all of them. I think I said them all. And I guess the first thing I can do is start trying to clean all these herbs, because Renar, for example, has a task linked to it. Just cleaning herbs is a bit slow though, so I'm gonna have to make some potions at least at some point. So I was right. I wasn't able to get to level 60, although I did get to level 50 off of those herbs. So I'm gonna make potions, starting with the potions that are in the League's task, first of all. And then I'll move from there, I guess. There is no clear path to me getting 60 summoning. So I guess that's being put off. I will head to Daemonheim, though, even though I hate the place, so that I can knock out these last 3 levels. They should be easy enough to get, I hope. There we go. Level 60. And I think that might be it for getting levels right now, at least. I really want to try and shoot off to Krill. And the rest are going to take a little while. Maybe not the archaeology once I get, artifacts to restore and everything. But probably just best if I go ahead and head off to Krill and see what I can do, finally. So that's what I'm going to do. So that did not work out well. The trash mobs were just too much. I made it through almost all of my food and everything, and then just died anyways. So I guess the goal is to go ahead and get my hands on some Zamorak robes, whether it be the top or the bottom, doesn't matter. So that way at least they won't bother me, and I can try to pick them off one at a time instead of getting just completely mobbed by them. It's working out much better. Just got my hands on the frozen key piece for the Zamorak faction, I guess. I don't know that I'll be going down there to Nex at all through this playthrough, but we'll see, I suppose. I guess I kind of have to if I want my Virtus armor ever. I've made it into the room, the preceding room, I guess, the foyer, whatever you want to call it. Which means it's time. And hopefully, I do not die. First kill down. Oh, I might be dead. I'm dead. That's a real problem if I can only make it 1 kill at a time. Ooh, but on the other hand, I can open up one of these portals here in War's Retreat. So that's nice, at least. Oh, you know why I was doing why it was such a problem? I didn't put on my lunar legs. Let's get these back on. And I guess I should reorganize my hotbar, my Revo bar, whatever you want to call it, so that it's a better damage output. Okay, so I think I mostly have it all back to, or just to where I want it for now at least. I'll probably have to work on making it better in the future. But let's try again. So basically, it seems like I'm only able to get a couple kills in. And then I gotta leave. This is not pleasant. No, I can't even get the second kill. Still interesting. But I am back, and this time I brought blubbers, which give me an extra 100 health each. I don't know how well it's going to help out, but it is a thing. I don't think that one really counts. I think it was still a holdover from when I was just here. I'm just trying to get a singular drop before the end of this video. Don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. Especially not when he chunks me like that. Yep, I'm dead. Again. So I was just saying it to our prince, but being low level like this kinda sucks. I had forgotten how much it sucks, actually. And this is why I don't actually do ults, really. Because I'm not interested in regrinding everything out, you know? But it is fun to go back and revisit, even if it's a pain in the butt. So maybe one of these days I'll get an official Iron Man going, hardcore of course, so that I can stress myself out even more. And there is the first drop. Ew. But it is a drop out of the way. Let's see if I can maybe get another one. Oh, there we go, the first useful drop, and that seems like a good place to end it. Next week, I would like to get at least 199 out of the way, maybe more. We'll see about that. I'm also going to try to get into a full set of subjugation, and I think I need to upgrade my staff to a crystal staff. That might make things go just a little bit easier. But if you liked this episode, you can tell me by liking it. If you felt the opposite way, you can do that too. While you're down there, why not comment or even possibly subscribe? I would really appreciate it if you did. You can also follow me over on X. But until next time, happy games. Ha! I just got my third pet, Archie. Sweet.
Bye, have a great time.